Hi guys, welcome back to Marsh Forever. My name is Tiana, and in today's video we're going to do another pregnancy update, and we're going to be focusing specifically on the first half of my second trimester. I'm going to be sharing symptoms, cravings, details regarding our appointments, but I'm also going to be sharing a name hint. Okay, so I think every pregnancy update I want to share a name hint because I would love for one of you guys to potentially guess baby's name. So if you're new here, my husband and I actually transferred our very last embryo via IVF this past summer, and we are expecting our beautiful rainbow princess in late winter or potentially early spring. So if you love all things baby, newborn, maternity, postpartum, also some home decor, because normally on this channel we're actually showing you guys how we decorate our new construction home, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to join our Marsh Forever family. And if you're an oldie but goodie, welcome back guys. Alright guys, so I cannot start this video without formally thanking Pink Blush. They're actually sponsoring this portion of today's video, and I'm super excited and feel so blessed to be working with them. They have been such a joy. It's been such an honor to work with them, and I said, okay, I definitely have to share this with my Marsh Forever family. So thank you again, Pink Blush, for sponsoring today's video. So I'm going to go through and show you what they sent me. I was able to pick out a few things I would think I would like. And I'm going to have everything down in the description below. I'm also going to have my code on the screen. And so they actually are having an amazing Black Friday sale coming up. And so I said, let me just give you guys a tea right before it starts so you guys can load up that cart and then just press checkout when it's ready. But be sure to tell them that I sent you, okay? And so I first tried on everything myself to see if I liked it, right? Loved it. Then I tried it on for Eric. Child, could barely get through the hole with him, child. And then I said, let me try it on for you guys so you guys can see how it fits my body. Now, I thought it was super important that when I decided to work with them, that I was working with someone who was inclusive of a lot of sizes, right? Inclusivity is so important, especially in today's time. And so they don't only sell maternity clothes. So if you're not pregnant but you're trying to get pregnant, or you watching because you just love me or just love these videos, hold on, wait a second, okay? They have regular women's clothes. They also have maternity clothes. But the part that was like, oh, I love this, is they have maternity plus as well. So their standard maternity line is sizes 0 through 14, and their maternity plus line are sizes 16 to 24. And I think that's so important because a lot of times women might start at a size, I don't know, 8, 10. Like myself, I started at size 10, and they might get to a size 18. You just don't know. It depends on your pregnancy, your body, and things like that. So that was super important to me. And so for me, I'm starting at a size 10. I probably will end around a size 12, 14. I don't usually gain much weight. I don't usually really get a big belly until my last month. So I think it's gonna be the same. And so when I shop maternity clothes, I think about things that I can wear the middle of my pregnancy, the end of my pregnancy, the 4th trimester, and the beginning of postpartum, but also that very next season when it comes back around. And so that's what I did. That's what I thought about when picking these choices. So the first thing that I chose, which was Eric's absolute favorite, guys, was the black sleeveless V-neck maternity sweater dress. This dress is amazing. It's beautiful. It feels so good. It's not scratchy. It's very soft. It fits me perfectly. Love my bump. I love that it's sleeveless too, so I can really lounge around in the house. And if I want to dress it up, I can put on a cute jacket, a cute top on top to make it look like it's a long skirt. Put on some tights and some low boots or some high knee boots and be ready for date night. Okay, that was Eric's absolute favorite, guys. The next piece, which is not really my style, but I really wanted to try it, is this beige plaid knit maternity shirt jacket, and I loved it. I thought about just running to the doctor's appointment with the baby, or running an errand, getting my toes done real quick. You know, I can wear this with a white shirt, some ripped jeans, and some cute Ugg boots, or some really high knee boots to dress it up and be on the go. So I really love this. And the first thing Eric says, babe, you can wear that when you're not pregnant. Like, yes, that is the goal, sir, is to wear it when I'm not just pregnant. And so here actually, the baby will be born late winter, early spring. And so here in Maryland, we don't really get a spring. The fall is like our spring. We get a second winter. And so we might get a nice week or so. So I think I'll definitely get a lot of wear out of this all the way up until like May. And then I'll bring it back out next September and October. Okay, the third piece they sent me was this mauve soft knit long sleeve maternity set. I love it. It's comfortable, it's cozy, and it's pink. I normally wear black and neutrals, but since finding out we're having a girl, I have been more excited about wearing pink so that we can match. So cheesy, but I'm so excited. And this is just so comfortable. There's so much extra space in the back, which lets me know I have so much more room to grow into this. And I'm excited to wear my I Do UGG boots with this. They're like an iridescent sparkly UGG. And I just love that. These will go perfectly with this outfit. The next thing I picked out was this cream leopard print knit distressed maternity sweater. So I love how it's actually distressed on the wrist as well as on the bottom of the sweater. And I'm gonna probably wear this with all black, a black top, black leggings, and some either really high knee boots to dress it up, or some low UGG boots as well. But it's so comfortable, it's so soft, so delicate. I think it's just really flattering. I can cover my belly if I want. I can expose my belly if I want in this, and it's just so cute. I love wearing leopard, period, because it's just so feminine, but also love wearing it when I'm pregnant because I feel like it makes me look bigger, okay? And then last but not least, which is something I was like, I don't know if I want to try it, was this green brush knit long sleeve maternity wrap nursing dress. And so I truly never really wear dresses postpartum because it's very difficult to nurse. But honey, Pink Blush thought of everything, okay? I can lift these little flaps up that don't look like they're like for to lift up, but I can. It's sleeveless on the sides, and I can just pull the boob out, nurse a baby, or pump, and still look cute doing it, okay? And I love this color. I think it's gonna be perfect for the springtime. Think about even wearing this like on my way home from the hospital. Like, this is my last time delivering a baby, or plan to deliver a baby, because God can shake things up. But I kind of want to be cute coming home because it's like it's my last time leaving the hospital, okay? But those are all the things that I chose. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Again, code on the screen, everything down below. And thank you so much, Pink Blush, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Okay, let's jump into the pregnancy update. All right, guys, so now we're gonna jump into the pregnancy update, and I'm gonna start with a bump shot so you guys can see my belly and how I'm comparing to what the app says on how big the baby is. All right, so this is me to the side, guys. This is the belly from this side, okay? This is the belly from this side, and then this is the belly from the front, and without no hands. All right, guys, so that is the belly. I am 21 weeks and 5 days. I'm still looking very petite in my opinion. It's so funny, I went to my parents' house not too long ago, and my dad was like, how many months are you now, 3? And I was like, 3? I'm at the end of my 5th month. So to a lot of people, I still look very small, which is fine. And so on the Pregnancy Plus app, it actually says the baby is the size of an eggplant, and now what it does is it groups like 3 weeks together. So it says between 21 and 23 weeks, the baby's the size of an eggplant, and their length should be between 11 and 12 inches from crown to heel, because at this point they're measuring the entire baby, not just crown to rump anymore. And the baby should be weighing between 1 pound and 1.3 pounds. And then according to my What to Expect app, the baby is as large as a banana. They're about 10.5 pounds. and they should be as big as 11 ounces to 12.5 ounces, but this one is still measuring by week. So we should be in that realm, or maybe like a little under. So as far as symptoms, let me jump to my symptoms tab. I don't have too many symptoms, but I did track all the ones that I could remember. And so the first symptom that I started to feel around weeks 18 and 19 were headaches. It's so funny because after we did the old wives tales video, like a week later, I started to experience headaches. I would experience them first thing in the morning when I wake up, and I felt like it was me forcing myself to truly like wake up, because at that point it was still dark outside when it was time for me to wake up, and that's like the hardest thing for me to do, is to wake up when it's dark. Like, I'm so glad time finally went back, because I wake up, the sun is out, so it feels more natural. So I don't know if that's what that was stemming from, but that lasted for about 2 weeks. I would have a headache when I wake up for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and I would just get random headaches throughout the day. But I have a pretty high tolerance for pain, so I would never take medicine. And I'm the same way even when I'm not pregnant. If I have a headache or a migraine, I'll just try to lay down or drink cold beverages. I don't really take medicines for headaches. I also noticed around weeks 14 through 17, I became a lot more emotional and anxious. And so in our previous pregnancy, we found out at 15 weeks that something was wrong with our daughter. And then we shortly after found out she had high drops. And then we soon found out like a week or two later that her heart started beating. So around that time period, I just kept thinking, well, this is the same time we found out Ariel had high drops. This is the same time we found out this. It's the same time we found out her heart started beating. So that 14 to like 18 week mark was just very difficult to me. I remember one night being so emotional. I think it was the night before I was going to announce I was pregnant on Instagram, because for me, announcing on YouTube just felt more intimate, but announcing on Instagram, it's like anybody can see it, and anyone can see it on YouTube. That's just how I felt at the time. And I remember going outside on our deck and just crying and boo-hooing at like 12 o'clock in the morning because I was so afraid to post it, and then something happened. I felt like I would jinx myself. And so yeah, I was definitely more emotional and more quiet and just to myself. And then I will also say like around 19 weeks, I started experiencing insomnia. Not too bad. When I would wake up in the middle of the night, I would just not get on my phone, not turn on the TV. I would just keep my eyes closed and still rest my body. And I would tell myself, Tiana, even though you're not asleep, still rest your body, still rest your feet, still rest your eyes. But the nights where I just really couldn't go back to sleep, I would get up a little bit early, like 5:30, 6-ish, and I would just go downstairs and work out on the Peloton. And then that would give me the boost of energy I needed, because I knew that I would be crashing around the time it would be time for me to get off work. So that was kind of hard for me, just like not sleeping at night, going to work, having to come home and, you know, deal with my toddler, and days like that where I wouldn't get good sleep. I would just like try to come home if I didn't work out in the morning and go for a walk with Chunk to like give me some energy. And then when my husband came home, I would clock out, say, I can't, I'm getting in the shower, I'm gonna try to lay down because I was so tired. So thank God for him. Thank God for him. I don't know how I would be able to do this by myself. Like, I can't even envision doing it by myself. I think that if I was pregnant and like single, or he wasn't here for whatever reason, I would probably move back in with my parents during this time, because it's just so difficult being pregnant with a toddler. Around 15 to 16 weeks, I started to get more exhausted. Like, I would eat something very hearty because I wasn't eating a heavy breakfast or a heavy dinner. So I would try to eat my heartiest and heaviest meal during the day. But I would become like dead, like so tired. It would be hard to drive home. And again, when those things happen, I would just try to go for a walk really quickly, because 15 weeks is also when I start working out. And I would just go for like a 2-mile walk with Chunk, give myself a burst of energy to help me push through, get in the shower, put Chunk in the shower or the bath, and then by the time we were all done, Eric would be home. And I was like, okay babe, I'm done. I gotta go to sleep because I would just be so drained. Like my energy level was so low. I didn't get my energy level back until like 17 or 18 weeks. Let's see, movements. I started feeling movements around 14 weeks, started feeling flutters. I knew exactly what it was when I felt it. I second guessed it a bit because I was feeling it much higher and I was expecting to feel it very low. But when we went to our anatomy scan and see that she is positioned like hands on the right side, kind of upward, and then her feet, like she's like kind of like sideways, so her hands are up here, and then her feet's going down here. So I said, okay, that's exactly what that is. And at 15 weeks, she made this big movement. I don't know if she flipped around, but she made a big movement. I was like, oh, that's definitely her. And I was expecting to continuously feel that, and I was thinking, okay, well, if I could feel her like that, that's definitely going to help with my anxiety. No, I have never felt her move with that much force ever again. Even to this day, and I'm 21 weeks, I have not felt her move with that much force. It's just like a little bit flutter here and there. I'm like, is that her? Is that her? So it really made my anxiety worse because I had this expectation that I was going to feel her so strong after having that first initial feeling. So I was pretty sad about that. And then around 18 weeks is when I started feeling more consistent movement. Still very gentle. She's such a lady, so delicate, but I definitely know that's her. And week 20 is when Eric finally felt her movement. So I just had him put his hand on my stomach where her feet are. Excuse me. Have him push a little bit, like, oh baby, I feel her. Cause now it's like when you push or poke her, she like makes a movement almost every time. So that was super cool and exciting. He loved that. And what else? Around 17, 18 weeks, and I'm still struggling with this now, but that's when it started. I get this bad taste in my mouth after I eat anything. It can be candy, it can be sweet, it can be savory, anything I eat. It's this nasty aftertaste in my mouth. So I find myself always drinking lemon water to like cut that taste, or I'm always chewing gum now because that definitely helps. That minty flavor never gives me a bad aftertaste. So I'm always chomping on some gum to help alleviate that taste because it's very uncomfortable. It doesn't make me nauseous, but it does make me want to continuously spit, which that symptom has went away. I have some days where I'm spitting more, but I'm noticing it is when I keep tasting that bad aftertaste. I'm trying to get rid of it. So I have to like keep gum in my mouth so that I don't keep spitting and get that taste out. And then I got a cold at 20 weeks. You probably can still hear it. I'm getting rid of it and I feel bad because Eric had a cold at like 17 weeks, 17, 18 weeks. I get one at 20. I got him and Chunk sick, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, but at least they can take medicine. I can't take nothing. So I've just been doing hot water and lemon. I don't like honey right now. I used to do hot water, lemon, honey, but I do not like honey. Which is cold water with lemon and ginger. Just trying to do natural remedies, juice. Eric made me some ginger aid or something, some ginger lemonade. So it's ginger, lemon, and apple. So I'll take some shots of that. And so my mucus is now back clear. So it's almost gone. But now I feel like I just have this consistent pregnancy mucus. It's always something. But I'll take that again over nausea and that tiredness any day, okay? I think that's all for all the symptoms. Oh, I also gained 4 pounds. Woo! I gained 4 little pounds. So I'm not excited about that. 20 weeks, you're supposed to have gained 10 pounds. Now on the doctor's scale, I have gained 10 pounds because if you think about it, when I first got pregnant, it was the summertime, so I was wearing flip-flops and dresses. I was wearing very light clothing. But now I'm going to the doctor in jeans, boots, sometimes my coat on, my jacket on, and it's not always a space for me to put down my things. So I'll have my phone, my keys, my wallet, all on my person. And so they're wearing all of that with me. with my shoes on, because I'm not taking my boots off with the belly. It's annoying at this point. And so to them I gained 10 pounds, but I only gained 4 pounds. So that's that. I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. I think I had a hard time gaining weight till I was like 20 or 24 pounds, and then I end up picking up and gaining it at the end. So I'm not stressing about that. I'm also working out too. I'm very active. I'm walking, I'm doing the bike. I'm doing a lot of errands, and I'm always on the go, especially because I have my energy back, so I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Like I just did the laundry room. I just renovated the whole laundry room. What else did we do? The fireplace, I didn't do it, but just running errands about that, getting all the Christmas decor together. So I've just been busy and moving my body, so that can have something to do with it too, I guess. And then I'm chasing a toddler too, so there's that. And I'm eating healthy still. Like, I'm still not eating bad. So let me just jump into my cravings. My cravings have been salads and smoothies. That is it. Like, all I want is a nice salad and a bomb smoothie. And so for dinner, almost every night, I'm not gonna say every night, but like at least 3 to 4 times a week, I'm having a smoothie for dinner. So when I wake up, I feel amazing. Like, I don't feel stuffed. I don't feel like something sitting on my throat, because you guys know I was struggling with throwing up that bile, and I haven't done that this pregnancy, not as nearly as much as I did it the last time. Like, it's probably happened 10 times, whereas at this point last time it probably happened 50 times, like every day. Now it's like once a week, if that. And so I noticed when I eat heavier at night, then I have that issue, because now I'm laying flatter than I was. I can lay flatter now, which is nice. So I'm just eating healthy. Fruits for breakfast, cereal, you know, like I'm just eating very light. I feel like I can't eat but so much. So that could play a part in the low weight gain as well. All right, guys, let's jump right into the appointments. A lot of juicy details in here, honey. Child. Woo! Okay, let's get into it. So the first appointment was at 15 weeks in my second trimester. Nothing pretty much happened there. She checked the heartbeat, of course. And the heartbeat at 15 weeks was 145. So she's staying above 140 for sure. And I have here that that's when they officially labeled me supervised high risk. So that shocked me a bit. And I had to do my research, like in my paperwork, like why do they do that? So they do that, one, because of what happened last time with having a loss, and also due to us using fertility treatment, so because of IVF. So that just means I'm gonna have a few more appointments. My doctor's just gonna be on me, as she already is, which I love. So I am supervised high risk. And my 19-week appointment was at 18 weeks and 6 days, and that was my actual anatomy scan, and that was so fun. She was moving around, just being so disobedient. She made the ultrasound tech really earn her money that day. I had to get up and shake and run and jump and skip, try to get her to move in the correct position, and she just would not. And so what they end up doing is we end up stopping and just talking, and then she finally moved in the correct position. But everything was measuring like right on track. Nothing was behind. Everything was like at 19 in 4 days or 18 in 6 days. Like everything was like right on track. So that was great. She confirmed the gender and let us know it's definitely a girl. I was a little like scared, like, huh, is it really a boy or is it really a girl? And she's like, no, I see the 3 lines, which indicates there's a labia, so it's definitely a girl. So that was great. They confirmed all the organs and body parts are functioning and measuring properly. And I think the hardest thing they had at the time with measuring was her heart, just because of her position and the way she is. But they didn't stress too much about that because I was scheduled for a fetal echo the next week anyway. And let's see, she is in the 47th percentile, which is nice. And so everything went perfect. It was so great just seeing her on the screen. I cannot wait to go back again to see her at 32 weeks for my high risk doctor. Now my 20-week checkup, child. Whoo! This was the appointment that really like rocked me a bit. And so I did want to say that I keep seeing these reels and they're just like funny parodies when you go to a doctor's appointment and it's really quick. It's like, lay down, okay, now get up, okay, any questions, okay, leave. But this appointment, I will say, if you want like a nice detailed appointment, go with questions. So if you have the app, read the app, anything you're confused on, write it down as a question, and that will like prolong your appointment, because I discussed VBAC and child. It got juicy in that room, okay? And so, quick rundown. Last time I was induced because my son had IUGR, which is intrauterine growth restriction. He dropped to the 6th percentile, like as far as growth. So he wasn't measuring the way he should have been for the amount of weeks I was. We found that out at 32 weeks, and then we went back at 34 weeks. Oh no, we had found out 32 weeks, went back at 36 weeks, and then 38 weeks she decided, okay, just go get induced. Got induced, labored naturally for like 20 hours. Then they told me to get some rest, so get a C-section, so get a epidural, or we're gonna take the baby via C-section if you can't push. Okay, cool, whatever. Got the epidural so I can rest, which I regret because I didn't rest. I was so anxious. They come in later and say, you know, you haven't really got past 5 centimeters. We've done the volleyball. I did all of that with no epidural. Like, I was thugging it out, and you kind of arrested, and he's stuck in your pelvis. And she said, his heart rate's fine, but let's just prepare for a C-section so we don't have to do an emergency. Like, doing a planned C-section is way better than an emergency. And so my family and Eric were starting to get worried, and we just elected to go that route, which I'm glad we did, because he came out healthy. And because he was so small, they didn't know how much he was going to weigh. And so they had already told me if he's below 5 pounds, he's going to the NICU. And so it was just imperative just to get him out. When he came out, he had 2 red dots here on his head, which proved that he was stuck in my pelvis. We don't know if his sister was in the way, which she shouldn't have been because she was still very small. So he had so much more room. And because he was so small, it was no reason why he just didn't like fly out, right? And so because of all of that, they do this like calculation to see your likelihood of having a successful VBAC based on your history, weight, height, all of that. And my chances are 47%. And they like to see 70% to truly entertain the idea. Now, at first I was gonna be like, you know what? No, I wanna try natural by any means. And my doctor's on board for whatever I wanna do. She's gonna have my back. She's so ride or die. She's gonna tell me the risk, but she's gonna go with whoever makes me feel the most comfortable, which I love. But with me, I have limited trust with my body. I feel like if I experience IUGR again, which I won't be surprised because I'm not growing the way I thought I would grow. I'm not gaining weight as much as I thought I would, even though she's in the 47th percentile now. He was fine at my anatomy scan, but as soon as we got to 32 weeks, then it was like, okay, he's dropping at a rapid pace. So I have decided in my mind that if I have IUGR again with this baby and I have to be induced, just do a C-section. If I make it to 40 weeks, then I'm gonna try to do natural. But if we have to be induced, which is basically forcing your body to do something it's not ready to do, I'm just gonna get a C-section, because in my mind, if my body cannot provide the nutrients to my baby, get my baby out so we can make sure they're okay, and let me breastfeed. I had an amazing breastfeeding journey with my son. We breastfed for 14 months. I feel confident in that, and that journey is more important to me than the laboring and delivery journey. That's like 24 to 48 hours, whereas my breastfeeding journey can be as long as I want it to be. And so that's what I've decided. At first I was a little sad, but it's like, I'm not just making this decision because I'm giving up. Like, no, I need to do what's best for my baby. And if my baby has IUGR again, then I just need to do what's best for them. So that's what I've decided. So the likelihood of me doing a VBAC, not really likely. We'll really know what we're doing around 32 weeks, 34 weeks. So there's that. And then my last appointment I had was at 21 weeks exactly. That was a fetal echocardiogram, and that's a sonogram that just focused specifically on the heart, making sure all the valves and parts are there and working properly. And so with our daughter, they speculated that she had high drops because her heart was not fully developed, and from what they can see, that's what it looked like. Now, we didn't do that amnio test because we didn't want to put my son at risk, and so they don't have any like definite answers or definitive answers, but that was just their speculation. So because of that, they decided, okay, do the fetal echocardiogram again, because my son, Ariel, this child here, they all came out of the same batch of embryos. Ariel, Eric, and this baby here were all frozen at one point. So they just said, let's just do it just to be sure. All right, guys, so that is the end of the pregnancy update, and now I'm going to jump right into the name hint. I'm super excited to play this little game with you guys. I seen another YouTuber do it, and I thought it was so cute. And so I'm gonna give one every pregnancy update video, and so I didn't give you guys one last pregnancy update, so I'm gonna give you two today. Sometimes the hints are gonna be very vague. Sometimes they're gonna be very specific. Like one of the hints I have ready for you guys, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't even give that hint, but I'm gonna give it. And so just to give you a little background, our previous daughter's name is Ariel Salem Marsh. Both of those names are Hebrew. So Ariel is Hebrew, it means Lion of God, and Salem is Hebrew and it means peaceful. So we are going to be giving our new daughter the same initials, ASM, like her sister. That's the first hint. And the second hint is that none of her names are on the top 100 list. So I really love unique names. I love the top like 50 names, and some of them were on my list, but they were just too common for me. I really want something a little bit more unique. And so we decided her name would not be on the top 100 list. So if you have a guess, go ahead and drop it down below. I will reply, but I will not confirm, okay? Even if you get it right, I will not confirm the name. I'm gonna try to hold out until the very, very end. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
That's all I need for you to believe.